Hello guys, welcome to the next session in Selenium Grid with Docker series. And in this session, we are going to see how you can set up Selenium Grid 4 in the Docker using Docker Compose YAML file. So instead of running these different Docker commands that we have seen in the previous session for creating the Selenium Grid, so instead of running these commands one by one, we can use this Docker Compose YAML file. Okay, so it's a configuration file where you can mention what are the different services you want, and with the help of single docker command this Selenium grid 4 will be up and ready for use. Okay, so what happened with this case, when you are running these docker commands one by one, first thing is you need to remember all these commands by your own, or you are working in the team, right, in real-time projects. So all the team members will have to remember these commands and they need to run these commands one by one. So this process is going to take the time, and we are the humans, we do the spelling mistake, right? So due to that also you will face the errors, you need to fix it and again run that command. So instead of this approach, I will show you how you can create and configure this Docker Compose YAML file, so that we will get the same Selenium Grid 4 architecture in the Docker that we got in the previous session by running these Docker commands. Okay, so for reference purpose, we will use these Docker commands and the Docker Compose YAML file that we used for creating the Grid 3 in the previous session. So that we have created in the session number 5, right? Okay, so I have explained in detail everything about how we can create the Docker Compose YAML file, what are the things you need to remember while adding the services in the Docker Compose YAML file. Okay, so this is the Docker Compose YAML file that we use for creating the Selenium Grid 3. So we will use this file. So let me make a copy of this file first. Set up the Selenium Grid 4, we will say, and extension should be YAML. Okay, so we will make change in this. So let's give the version as 4 services. So in case of this YAML file, you need to take care of indentation and spaces. Okay, if you miss any space or if you give any extra space, that will create an error. So you need to make sure you follow a proper indentation and proper spacing while adding these services. So under this service, we are going to add all the services that we want. So we want Hub service, we want Chrome service, Edge service, and Firefox service. So first service is Hub service. So for creating our Selenium Hub, we need to use the different image. So for Selenium Grid 4, we have used this image, right? So we will add this. And then this container name, let it be Selenium Hub. Then ports we want to publish. So here I will publish 2 more ports. So for creating a link between our Selenium Hub and node containers, we need different ports, right? So here I am going to publish 4442 and 4442 from the Docker container. And next thing we need to subscribe, right? So this is 4443 4443 from the Docker container. Okay, so this port is the key, and this key will accept the array of values. Okay, so that's why we have added it on the separate lines. Okay, so for this key you can see I have added on the same line. Okay, because it is accepting only single value, but this key, port key, accept the multiple values. That's why you need to add it on the separate line. The next service is Chrome service. So this shouldn't be here, should be after the environment. So for this creating this Chrome service, we will require a different image for Selenium Grid 4. So this is the image that we need to use for creating node container running Chrome browser, right? So this is my image name. And next thing we need to add is for sharing the host memory for these Docker containers, we need to add this SHM flag, SHM underscore size colon, and let's give as 2 GB. Okay, so now we need to publish some ports. So 5900 is for VNC service and 7900 is for no VNC service. So let's publish both the ports now. Okay, so in previous session we have published a specific port because we are just creating a single container. Okay, but using the docker compose YAML file we are going to scale these containers also. That means we can create multiple containers from the same image at the same time. So it is better not to give a specific port like this in the docker compose YAML file. Just give which port you want to publish from this docker container, and for the host machine docker will publish whatever port available at that time. Okay, so we will use that port to access this two service, VNC service, and 7900 is no VNC service. So let it be like this. Then under environment we need to add the different environment. So we need to add our SE event bus host, and then one port we need to publish and one port we need to subscribe. So for this value there will be two Chrome browsers will be running at this Chrome service node container. So I will show you that. And this is the node max session. So how many sessions you want to start in a particular node container, how many max session you can start. So by using this value you can limit the number of session can be started in the single container. So I will put it as 1 as of now. So maximum only one session should start in each node container of this Chrome browser. So let me copy this Chrome service to create a Firefox service and Microsoft Edge service. Okay, so I have created these two service, Firefox service and Microsoft Edge service. So we just need to change the image that we need to use, and all other keys and values will be remain same for each service, right? The sports and environment is same. So you can see that it is very easy to create this docker compose YAML file. You just have to add the different services you want to create and different configuration from which these services should be created and started. And this process you need to perform only once. So once this docker compose YAML file is ready, you just have to share it with your all team members so that they don't require to remember all these docker commands for creating the Selenium Grid 4, right? So that is the great advantage of this docker compose YAML file, and we are able to scale our containers as well. Okay, so it's very easy to scale this container. So it's time to run this docker compose YAML file now. So for that purpose, just go to the folder where you have created this file and open PowerShell from that location. Okay, so let me check if any container or any service is already running or not. Docker ps -a. Okay, so there is no service, no container running. So to run that docker compose YAML file, you can simply use this command docker compose and up. So you just have to create the docker compose YAML file, add all the services configuration information in that, and once that file is ready you just have to remember this single command docker compose up. Okay, so it is very easy to remember as compared to this lengthy commands, right? And you can use this command only if you have given your file name like this docker dash compose, but our file name is setup Selenium Grid 4, right? So we need to use f flag here, f, and here need to provide the file name. So our file name is setup Selenium Grid 4. So provide that name here dot yml. So this is our extension, and then up. Okay, so let's run this without detach mode. So here I am not using this -d. So let's see the logs and everything here. So it will just as a first step it will create a by default network, and inside that network all these services will be created. Okay, so we don't require to create network on ourselves. So in previous session we have created network first, and then we started our containers, right? Docker network create. But in case of docker compose YAML file, docker compose will create its own network by default network first, and all the services will be created inside that network. So we can see that network docker default that is created, and then it has created these containers and services. Okay, so let me open another window of PowerShell so that we can see the list of service now. docker ps-a. So here we can see that there are 4 containers now. One is for Selenium Hub and 3 node containers, and according to our configuration it has mapped the port 4445 for the Selenium Hub with the 4444 of the Docker container, and it has mapped a random ports for 5900 for each node container for the VNC service, and the no VNC service port number 7900 has been mapped with this different ports for the host machine. Okay, so you can access this VNC service and no VNC service from the host machine itself. Only difference is for VNC you need to use the VNC viewer, and for this no VNC service we can access from the browser itself. Okay, so you will see both the things. So first go and try to access this Selenium Hub at port number 4445 from the host browser. So just go to localhost 4445, and here you will see 3 nodes. One is Firefox, one Edge, and one Chrome. Okay, but for some reason it is not showing the multiple sessions here. Let me check. Okay, so in case of Selenium Grid 4, I don't think we need to give this maximum instances. So SE node max session, so similar to this SE event, we need to provide SE at the beginning, SE underscore node max sessions. This is the small difference you need to remember, and maximum session I can start is, let's say, 2. Okay, so this is the only difference is there in grid 3 and grid 4. So I will copy this thing for other 2 service. Okay, so let's run this again. So this time we can see that we are able to see only one session here, means maximum concurrency is 1. So maximum one session can be run at a time. So we want multiple sessions, so let me first take this down. So let me, so instead of up I will use this down. Okay, so we just have to rerun this command, up and -d. So this time I will use the detached mode, so everything will run in background only. We won't be able to see these logs this time. So network created, Selenium Hub started. It is starting this 3 service now. So let's go to the browser. Okay, after refresh you can see it is showing 2 instead of 1. So maximum 2 sessions we can start on this each node. Okay, and it is showing maximum concurrency is 2, means maximum 2 test cases can be run in parallel on this Chrome node or this Firefox and Edge node. Okay, and the same we can verify from the Docker desktop application. So just expand this and let's check the Chrome service. So you will be able to see all the logs. So max session is equal to 2. Okay, and if you inspect this you will be able to see all the environment we have set from the Docker Compose YAML file. So SE event publish port, subscribe port, max session is 2, bus host is Selenium Hub. Okay, so all these values you will be able to see in the Docker desktop application. So there is some issue, it is not showing value for this. Okay, but still we will be able to access it, no problem. So you can see inspect and logs for every service from this application. Okay, cool. So now let's try to run our test case in parallel on this Selenium Grid 4. So we will send 4 test cases to Selenium Hub. Let's try to run on all the 4 on this Chrome browser, and let's see what happens. So I am going to use the same project that we have created in the session 2. So I will suggest if you want to understand how we have created these test cases, how we have configured this to run in parallel, you can go and watch this session number 2. Okay, so here I have pointed my test cases on this Selenium Hub running on this localhost 4445. Okay, using the remote WebDriver and using this test.ng XML file, we just have to set this parallel equal to test, and if I want to run any test case on particular browser, I just have to provide the value here. So first test case I want to run on Chrome, then second also I want to run on Chrome browser, third on Chrome, and fourth will also Chrome. So 4 test cases I am going to give to the Selenium Hub. So Selenium Hub will check that okay, capability is Chrome browser, so it will go and send forward the request to the Chrome node. Okay, so maximum 2 sessions can be started at the same time. So let's run this and let's see how it is running at the Selenium grid. So you'll be able to see something here. Okay, so it has started 2 sessions at the same time. Okay, so even though we have provided the 4 test case, we have limited 2 sessions at the same time, so it is running 2 test cases at the same time. Okay, so another 2 test cases. Okay, so all the test case has been completed now, and similarly you can run all these 4 test case on the Firefox and Edge. Okay, you can try that on your own. So let's try to run all these 4 test cases on different browsers now. So instead of Chrome I will use Firefox here. So one test case on Chrome, one on Firefox, and next should be on, let's say, Edge, and fourth let it be on Chrome. So this time it should start all the 4 test cases, because 2 session can be started at Chrome and one is running at one Firefox and one is at Edge. Okay, so this is how you can use this Selenium grid concept to run your test case in parallel on different browsers at the same time. So that will help you to reduce your test case execution time. And if you want to see the memory usage, you can see it from the stats tab. Okay, so currently it is using 0 or 4%, around 4%, and memory usage is around 300 MB. So once you start your test case, it will going to increase. So let's quickly see that as well. So if you see, once test case execution will start, you can see these values are increasing now. So it is using more CPU and more memory and the network. So once the test case execution is done, it will come to the normal level. So this is for Firefox service. Okay, so I think test case execution is done on the Firefox. And for Chrome also we can check the same. So on Chrome we are running 2 sessions at the same time, so it is going to use more CPU and more memory. Okay, and it is using the more network as well. Okay, so this help you if you face any issue while running any test case, you can check the logs. Okay, you can check the different values of the environment you have provided. Okay, and you can check the memory usage also. So now let me cover the last point, how to scale the containers. So currently we have only one container for each browser. So you can create multiple containers, means you can scale these containers while creating and running this Docker Compose YAML file. So you just have to use the same command here. Okay, only here you need to provide this scale flag, scale, and which service you want to scale. So service name you need to provide. So I want to scale this Chrome service, for example. Chrome service equal to 2. So it is going to recreate this Chrome service only, as we have made change into this. Other services are still running. So we have not made any change into that. So if you go to the browser now, okay, so you can see there are two nodes containers running the Chrome browser now, and we can run two test cases, means two sessions on in each node running this Chrome browser. Okay, so this is how you can scale the container. It is very easy. You just have to use this scale flag and provide the service name you need to scale. Okay, so you can provide multiple service also here. Okay, so if you want to scale this Firefox service as well, can do is you can just give it here hyphen scale equal to Firefox service equal to 2. So it is going to recreate this Firefox service as well this time. So let's wait for a few seconds till the changes reflected in this Selenium grid. So now I can see there are two node containers running the Firefox browser. Okay, so this is how you can easily scale these containers using this Docker Compose YAML file. So in case of this running the Docker commands, we cannot scale the containers. Okay, that is the big disadvantage creating the Selenium grid using this Docker commands. So better option, the best option is to use this Docker Compose YAML file. Just add the services, save that file and run that file using the simple Docker command. And once your work is done, you can easily take all these services down using this same command. You just have to use the down here. So all the services will be stopped first. Okay, and all the containers will be removed then. Okay, so you can see if you refresh here. Okay, so there is no service running at this localhost 4445 now, right? Okay, and last point I need to show you the NoVNC service, how we can access it from the browser. So let's try to access NoVNC service for this Chrome node at 53022. So if you go to localhost 53022, you can see here no VNC service is running. So click on this connect and enter password as secret. Okay, so let me quickly run our test case. Okay, so execution has started on the Chrome. Okay, we have two browsers here, right? So you can see one and this is the second. Okay, so this is how you can access this NoVNC service right from the host machine browser, because you have published this port. Okay, and for accessing the VNC service, you just have to use the VNC viewer application. So here also we just need to add this IP 127 localhost IP 0.0.1 colon and just provide the port. So this time let's access Firefox VNC service at 53026. 53026. So same password we need to add here, secret. Okay, so this is the Firefox Linux container. So let's see if it start the execution. Yeah, it has started now. Okay, cool. So I think that's all for this session, guys. Try to create this Selenium grid 4 in Docker using this Docker Compose YAML file. Try to create this Docker Compose YAML file on your own, and you don't require to remember this command. Just create this file and run this file, and you can use different values here for this max sessions. You can set to any different values, and for practice purpose you can create multiple test cases. Okay, so as of now I just created 4, so you can try creating 10-20 test cases and try to run in parallel on the Selenium grid. Okay, so let me know if you face any issue in that. So I will see you in the next video soon. Thanks for watching.